And we are live. Hi, Martin.
Hi, Zenik. How are you?
I'm okay. I forgot how to say hi, but apart from that, I'm fine.
No, I'm laughing just because I always laugh at myself at this double hello you have to say to people because obviously we were talking before, we said hello, then you click live and then it's always the same. Hi, how are you? Yeah, fine. We did this 5 minutes ago, but fine.
Yeah. That's right. That's right. And apart from that, I was also going live on my Instagram to tell people, to tell my Instagram people that I can't do the Instagram live, and instead I'm doing the YouTube live. So it's a very, very confusing indeed. But here you
Absolutely.
are. It's good to have you here, Martin. So, how is the podcast?
Yeah, I mean, I've taken a kind of, I suppose, a little bit of a break because I've just moved back to the UK and I moved episodes around kind of thing to take a little bit of a break because it's not easy finding the place to record good internet when you're living out of a suitcase, which I have been for more or less 6 weeks.
Yeah, I see what you mean, and you're not the first one that is going through these problems, and I mean it's normal, it happens. And there's one interesting thing: when you take a break like that, it can give you a different perspective when you come back to it, which sometimes you
It
can't see
does.
because you keep doing the same thing every single week, and you
I
need this
agree.
break. So it can be a positive thing too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Fantastic. But today I have invited you to tell us about your new book that you've recently published. And
Mhm.
from what I heard, it's a book to support Ukrainian people, and anyone that is affected by the war. So, am I introducing it correctly, by the way?
More or less, I suppose. So to give you sort of more background information about it, okay, I'll start from the beginning. It's a good place to start.
Yeah.
This was like well before the everything sort of kicked off in like Ukraine, Russia. Um, and we were just doing what we call the chit chat in the R&R English family, and where kind of people share stories. And someone shared a great story, and I kind of thought, oh, I'd love everybody else to hear that. So then we came up with the idea of creating an ebook, and the idea was always that the money was going to go to a charity because we were writing it together. The people from around the world, so we've got people from Brazil, China, Japan,
Yeah.
Argentina, all in Europe, have all written stories. I then edited them, and then as it was coming towards the final stages of completing the book is when everything happened. And one of our family members we've got a couple of people from Ukraine, but one in particular has had to send, so his wife and small daughter have now become refugees, and people in the family actually donated money directly to him to help them leave the country, because unfortunately he's not allowed to leave the country, because apparently if you're a man under 60 you're not allowed to leave. And so we did our best to help him, and then he was mentioning how other people he knows are in this position. So then we thought, well,
Yeah.
we're we're about to sell this book anyway, so let's just collect all the money and send it to families in a similar situation. And I think it kind of fits quite well, but it's kind of a coincidence because the book is just sort of stories that just happen to normal people. In fact, there are stories that there are kind of like inspiring stories, love stories. Some are even quite shocking, and then you kind of think, oh wow.
Okay.
Some are funny, um, and the whole point of it, which it says on the front cover, is real life stories create community because they remind us our lives are more similar than they are different. So I think it's just a good message as well to kind of, you know, bring people together, let's say. Not that I think this is going to solve all the problems in the world, of course,
Yeah.
but that's the kind of message behind it. And so all the money that we raise is going to go to families in a similar situation, although we haven't actually got a specific charity yet because we wanted to get it moving and start collecting
Yeah.
money now. So all of the money is going to an online account that was just empty, that we opened especially for this. And then we've given a deadline as well, because I always think when you got a deadline, people are more likely to take action.
Yeah.
And that's on Tuesday the 5th of April, yes. And on that day we're going to send it to an organization. I was talking to my friend in Ukraine, and he said it might even be better actually to send to maybe an organization like in Poland, because lots of Ukrainians are going there, for example. So
Yeah.
we still need to do that. But we thought in the meantime we would take action, because what I didn't want to happen is it just to keep going and like waiting till it gets published and then nothing happens. So I thought, right, let's take action now. Let's do this. Put it out there now. And that's what we're doing basically. It's €10, so I think it's pretty good, because there are 25 stories, and so
all stories are in English, and these are stories written by different people but edited by you. So there's good English, and what sort of level? How appropriate it is for?
I would say intermediate and above. And yeah, I mean, anywhere between that. So if you're an intermediate learner, you will be able to understand most of the story. Then the R&R vocab and the R&R grammar, so the complicated vocab and the complicated grammar, is highlighted in the written version and then explained at the end of the story. So if you
sounds brilliant.
If you don't understand, you just go to the end of the story and then you'll be able to understand. And there's also the audio version, which you can click on if you open the PDF. But I also recorded a special podcast for it, because now for the private podcast I use another app, which or a platform which is good, and it's really easy to create a new private feed. So if you buy the book, on the second page of the book it tells you how to get that on your phone, so you can also listen to it on your phone. So I think, so forgetting the fact that it's for a good cause, I think it is actually a really valuable resource. And I have actually been using it with some of my students as well, because I like to use stories anyway in lessons and stuff like that. So I think it's a very good resource, and it's only €10. So like, forgetting the fact that it's a good cause, I think it's a good deal anyway, but you're also donating to a good cause. So I think it's a win-win situation.
I'm gonna buy it for sure. And
Okay,
can you tell people like me who wants to buy it now where they can do that?
So if you go to my website, it's just rockandrollenglish.com/stories. Or on the homepage it says R&R stories. I apologize for the terribly made web page, because I'm not so good at that, but I can assure you the ebook has been done very well. You can also download a sample of it on that page. I think if you're on the page now, Zdenek, it says try before you buy, and you can click that and you can see a sample of it. I also found out, someone sent me a message and I realized, like usual, there's a typo on the front cover. But other than that, that's because the other family members checked the other stories, because sometimes there were typos. And they were really good at saying, no, like here, but I didn't get them to check the front cover. And just like the logo, which has got a grammatical mistake, there's a very small grammatical error in the title. Top points for anyone that can get it. Okay, if you can get it, then you win some bonus points.
You should just say on your website that you did that on purpose.
Yeah, exactly.
In order to teach people something. You know how you sometimes come to your class and you bring a list of like errors that students make. This is what you did basically.
Exactly. And that's why I've actually, to be honest, left the mistake in the logo, because there's only one apostrophe. There should be two.
Sure.
No, but the reason I've left it, because I could change it. Like the mistake was real, but the reason I've left it, because it's quite simple to change, is because of that. This is just another error, but yeah,
it's a story you talk about all the time on your podcast anyway. So why not? We are only humans. We are not infallible. So that's a wonderful course, and like I said, I'm buying it for sure. So through your website, easy to pay. Can I use PayPal or something like that?
I don't, because it's going into a Stripe account for now.
Stripe.
I think you can. I'm not 100% sure. That, to be honest, that was actually a nightmare, because what we wanted to do was to, like when you have, for example, you sponsor someone that's running the London Marathon and they have like donate here and they raise money. We wanted to do something like that. And when the bar comes up of how much money you've raised, but it seemed impossible to find an organization where you could do that and in exchange give them something, because we didn't want just like a raise money, because the whole idea is you receive something as well. It's not just donating money. You donate money and you receive something. But it seemed impossible to do that. I emailed, oh my God, I would say 30 different organizations trying to find. And then again, I just got to the point where I was like, right, we just need to take action, because otherwise the book's not going to come out. We're not going to do anything. We're not going to help these people. So let's just open an account that's got no money in. We'll send all the money there, and then we'll transfer that money once it's there. So
Fantastic.
yeah, there was a lot of work there has been a lot of work that has gone into that book, believe me.
I believe you. I know you definitely sold it to me. And for me, the main thing is, of course, I want to help you, Martin, but most importantly, I want to help Ukraine. I've been helping myself in different ways, because, for example, you mentioned Poland, that there are a lot of refugees from Ukraine, but the Czech Republic, we have got almost 300,000 refugees,
really?
which makes up 3% of the population in my country. It's madness. So there are refugees literally in my small town.
Really?
As we speak, there's a refugee camp. So we all help as much as we can, and this is one of the great initiatives. Thank you for that, Martin, and you have my full support. And I hope some of the people watching this might consider it as well. And as Martin says, it's good value, guys. I haven't actually seen the stories yet, but I trust Martin. We have known each other for a long time. So
thanks. And I just want to underline, because when you said there, I want to help you as well. Literally zero money is going to me here. Like this is all.
No, you misunderstood. I know.
Right, okay,
I know.
Sorry.
What I meant was I want to help. I want to make this work, because you asked me to promote it. So that's what I meant, of course.
Right. Okay. Excellent. Thanks. Well, I'm happy to have your support. And if anyone else, remember, it's I think a great deal anyway, because you're learning English. You can learn lots of new terms. There's the audio. There's the book. It's a great deal anyway. But you are also helping a great cause, so it's a win-win situation.
Yep. I would say it's a triple win. Win-win-win. Yeah.
I like it. The extra win.
Yeah. Thanks a lot, Martin. It was good to catch up with you.
Yeah,
to catch up with you. Anyway. All right. Cheers, guys. Bye.
Bye-bye.